I just remember like going to like my friends or my parents' friends' parties that we all did, like an
Yeah.
uncle auntie party, and like telling people that I was like moving to LA, and then being like, "What
Yeah.
are you gonna do there?" Like I'm gonna be a musician. And they're
Yeah.
like, "Okay."
Was that hard
Like,
for
do
you?
your parents know? And I'm like, of course they know. Yeah, like it really like messed with me in the beginning, and um then they kind of started seeing that I wasn't kidding around
Mhm.
and that I was really doing it,
Mhm.
to say the least. And it's like almost funny now. It's
Yeah.
like, that was a good time. Remember that thing you told me, Uncle?
Yeah.
Well, take it back.
You're like, "Fuck you, I did it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good.
But that's what it takes, right, to be, like, steadfast at first in your belief.
I think like if you genuinely don't think that like you're gonna make it, if
Mhm.
however you define that, then like there's no reason to go through this lifestyle because it's like really difficult. Like
Mhm.
I've had like some really low points,
Mhm.
but I have never had the feeling of giving up,
Yeah.
because I just knew that this is just that I have to go through like the shit to get where I want to go.
Yeah.
It's just part of the journey, and like it took me of course time to realize that, but now I feel like I'm on that side of it, which is really nice. And I would not recommend it if like you're not 100%,
Yeah.
because it does like break you in a million
Yeah.
pieces, and you have to like slowly put yourself back together and then break again.
Well, so what are the moments that make you wanna put it back together?
Just like, I don't know, the love for it. I mean, I genuinely have no plan B. Like this is what
Mhm.
I always knew I was gonna do, and like it's the only thing I'm really good at. That I think at least, and I just always knew that this is gonna be my journey, is to
Mhm.
make music and write songs for
Yeah.
not just me, but for like people that listen to them. So yeah, I
W
love it.
When did you feel like you were like, you made good music and you could put it out and this will be my career?
I think like right before the pandemic, or like 2018, I would say
Mhm.
2017, 2018. I was working like at this one studio, and I went there every single day. Like from literally I would wake up at like, I don't know, like 2 p.m., and like they just didn't start in the morning. They would start at like 2 p.m., and we would
Wow.
go from like whatever time till like 5, 6 in the morning. And that whole time, yeah, it was insane. It was actually wild. Like I was living in downtown LA,
Mhm.
coming back at like 4 a.m. Like I was living
Yeah.
on my cousin's couch. Like it was so wild.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it was like it's definitely, that
Mhm.
was when I really felt like I did the work. Like I
Yeah.
put in like the development part of my craft in that like year and a half, 2 years that I did that almost every day. I didn't see like anybody. I made zero friends. I like just worked at this place making music every day.
And you paid your dues pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like that was when I really paid my dues. And of course, like today, like a bad song will always come out here and there, but you have to like write a billion bad songs to like start writing good ones.
Mhm.
And so I feel like I just wrote a billion bad songs in
Yeah.
like that, like 2 years, that now it's like, all right, here are the good ones. So
Oh, so you got to that point, but then you go into COVID, right?
yeah, dude,
So
that
how
was
did that
wild.
change things up for you?
It kind of like, so that experience, what I was just talking about was me and a producer, maybe another guitar
Mhm.
player, the three of us. I worked really closely with two people at the time, and like he would make the beat while like I'm writing the song, like the lyrics, and the guitar player is playing the chords. And that was like kind of the process of like starting from nothing and
Mhm.
building around like just what I felt in that moment. But going into COVID, it was like I was like YouTubing like YouTube beats, just like
Mhm.
beat stars, like
Yeah.
um and like just trying to write. And like so I had this one song, Payday, that I released during COVID, and that was like I found this beat on YouTube, and like I liked the song, and so I
Yeah.
messaged the guy and was like, "Can I buy your
Yeah.
beat and like just release this?" Because I was like, just
Just
wanted
wanna
to
get
put out something, yeah. So I did that, but now it's like back to normal
yeah.
where it's like, and I also wrote a lot on guitar, like
Mhm.
alone in my room and stuff.
Was it ever like a scary moment for you career wise? Like, well, now what do I do? Because I'm putting all my eggs in this basket.
Um, no, I think I've had like scarier moments than that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it was just like I think during COVID, a lot of people either like didn't work at all and kind of just
Mm-hmm.
like coasted, and then there were the people who were like overly working, and I was
Yeah.
definitely one of the overly working people that like I was in my room. I went and stayed at my parents' place. I like gave up
Mm-hmm.
my apartment here, and I moved back to the Bay for like a year and a half,
Mm-hmm.
or like a year and a half really. So I was like living at home again, like in
Yeah.
my like I had like SpongeBob sheets on my
Yeah.
bed, like and like on my like school like little desk,
Mhm.
just writing.
But
And
in that moment, it's an opportunity for you, right? It's like it's go time. I don't have to work. Like
yeah,
everything's shut down.
it was like of course it was like a horrible time, but there's definitely you have to find blessings or like the positive in any negative
Mm-hmm.
time, and so yeah, that was definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Is like I got that comfort because I mean I was kind of forced to have that comfort.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was good, I guess.
And you said you had scarier times.
Yeah.
Do you mind jumping into it a little bit?
I mean it wasn't like it was just like very low times of like I don't know. There's just moments where you're like, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
And like, is this really my life? I had that a lot in that like year and
Yeah.
a half that I was working at that studio. And like, I would come home and I just remember like having in the car, like in the
Yeah.
parking lot at like 4 a.m. in downtown LA, which is like not advisable at
Yeah.
all to do. I would sit in my car and like have the mirror down and like look
Mm-hmm.
into my eyes and be like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
Like, what is your life right now? Like, are
Yeah.
you like, what are you doing? You need to
Mm-hmm.
figure out like to make this work,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like not a fun time,
Yeah.
but it's like the dues.
It's a
You
duty
gotta
pay.
pay the dues.
Yeah.